Do 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 do. Hello, everybody. How's it going? My name is Indran. We're your host for Raid Shadow Legends. Extra stream on Wednesday. Normally, I stream on Tuesdays and every now and then a Thursday, but today is Wednesday, and why not? All right, today is just going to be me playing Raid Shadow Legends. Nothing really specific to talk about. I'm just going to play the game. Yeah. All right. So actually, let me go back a second. Hello, my name is Indran, part of ROTG Gaming Community, and we play Final Fantasy XI every Monday and Wednesday from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. We stream on YouTube and Twitch. So, with that being said, I'm your host Indran, and this is my side project, Raid Shadow Legends. I'm a free-to-play player, and I represent the clan Mount Olympus right here. Mount Olympus. I am the clan leader for Mount Olympus, and as you can see, um, we've got some room to grow. We have room to grow. And of course, Ian wants to say, "Hey, I'm on I'm on my Mount Olympus Discord." Ha 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 ha. All right. I just called Ian a chimp chump. Yeah. So on the Discord, he popped up, and I called him a chip chump, a chump chimp, or a chip chump. I don't know. It's about the same. It's about the same. Okay. Anyway, what's up, Ian? How's it going? Thank you for joining us on Raid Shadow Legends, even if you are a chimp chump. All right. So let's go back to um, Raid Shadow Legends. Like, a lot of people see the ads for it and they wonder what is Raid Shadow Legends. It's one of those kind of pay to win type games. There's no win. It's just a game where you collect champions and you collect artifacts and you collect teams to beat different dungeons. And it's amazing how much fun it is for a game that there's no winning, there's no end result, except for the fact that you get to make your own champions, you get to make your own teams, and you battle for against your personal best. So it's one of those games where you could spend some money, but also could have a lot of fun spending no money, which is like me. I'm free to play. I'm a free to play, and uh, all right, Enoch, I see you. Ah. All right, all right. So obviously Enoch wants to chime in on the Discord. So anyway, I'm sorry if I'm bouncing back and forth between the Discord and the YouTube, but yeah, that's the way it happens. As soon as I start streaming, everybody wants to blow up the Discord. But so, Raid Shadow Legends, in a nutshell, it's a game about collecting champions and doing your personal best, having personal goals, having your personal best goals. Okay, I apologize. I apologize. I'm switching back and forth between my Discord and the stream at the same time. One day I will get enough technologically savvy to put the Discord, maybe the chat Discord up while I stream the YouTube, vice versa. Anyway, and for all my Discord people, check us out on the YouTube channel, ROTG Gaming. Check us out. Yeah. And back to Raid Shadow Legends. Um, so there's a lot of different things that you can do. This right here is the home screen. It's called the Bastion, and it's basically it gives you access to all the areas in the game. So let's look at the battlefield and the arenas and stuff. These game modes here, the game modes tell you all of the different game modes that you go in you can play. So we have one, two. This is a team event. One, two, three, four, which is a team event. Five, six, seven, eight. There's 8 different game modes and 2 team events: the siege and the clan boss. The clan boss is where you can have your teams, your team members, all of your clan members here fight, um, and they try to destroy these clan bosses. I've already spent 1 key today. That was early this morning to beat one of these bosses, so my clanmates could win some prizes. So yeah, and of course now my phone's blowing up. They will not leave me alone. Sorry about that. So I got my phone text going up, I got the Discord blowing up, and I've got the live stream going on. Doing 3 things at once. Yeah. So anyway, um, we go back to the battle, and the battle has all these different game modes that you can play. The 2 of them that are multiplayer with your clan mates, you play the siege and you play the clan bosses. But everything else is single person, is your individual. Like your campaign is individual merit, how fast you can defeat these little these dungeons. Um, and of course, in every game, there's the grind, the gear that you got to grind, the leveling that you have to do. And for Raid Shadow Legends, the best place, the number one place that you want to farm your food is going to be Brimstone Path, and it's going to be Stage 3. Because for the energy that you spend, see the energy, for the energy that you spend, and for the amount of experience and silver that is given back, this is the best place to go. I'll show you an example here. You normally want one good campaign farmer that can do a very fast run. I use Bellower, but I don't think I took off the gear that I had on my Bellower. So right now I'm gonna use Alice from Alice in Wonderland. I'm gonna use her. And then this is gonna be my food champions, the ones that I sacrifice for food. And with the multi battle, I can just go ahead and I can put in the number 3, and we can just run 3 battles, and it's going to do everything automatic. So some of those games are like set it and forget it. The away from keyboard games, stuff like that. This you've got to be more interactive with. Um, you've got to be more interactive, and you got to like keep control and learn what you're doing. Let me go with my Discord people. Okay. Switching back from Discord, going back over to the raid. All right. And as you can see, the food here, these food champions, they pretty much they you want them to die. You want them to die like within the first round because you want them to receive all of the experience and not keep the main champion, the main farmer, you want to make sure that you're not interrupting their graphics, how fast they're able to do something. So you see, I cleared this in 18 seconds. But a very good campaign farmer, you want to do it within 7 seconds. So I'm actually like, well, 11 seconds over where I need to be. And one of the goals is to get a campaign farmer to where you can just automatically do that 7 second clear, 7 second clear, 7 second clear, and you get all your food champions. So what do I mean by food champions? What is that? What is a food champion? If you're not familiar with food champion, let me show you. Here is the champion vault where we see all these champions. And if I have a level 2 that's ready to, well, let's go with what we have here. Let's go with the level 1s that I just did. So I'm going to go for upgrade the rank. And I'm going to look at these level 1s. Now, these are the 3 level 1s that I just went through and had my Alice from Alice in Wonderland level up. It requires you to sacrifice another champion. That's why we call it food, in order for us to get a second star on this one. So I'm going to pay the 1,500 silver, and now as you see, it's become a 2-star level 1. And I'm going to do the same thing for the bandit, and I'm going to do the same thing for this guy here. All right. And basically, you feed ones to become twos, you feed twos to become threes, threes to become fours, and so forth, until you get to the highest, which is a 6-star rank, and then the level of 60. So there's a lot to grind. You have to do a lot of grinding. And that's why we want to have that farmer who is able to go into our campaign mode, and we battle in the campaign, and we go to the highest level, which is 12 and 3, and there we start it all over again. So if I want these twos to become threes, then I have to do it 10 times. So, of course, there you go. If you had a 7-second farmer, you could run 10 in 1 minute and 7 seconds. So, it is for that purpose that we try to get a champion who is strong enough to beat this level within 7 seconds. Cheez Its! Cheez Its! Not sponsored by Cheez Its, I just eat them because they're delicious. Cheez Its! Don't, I don't think you want to hear me eat. That's right. Unlike other streamers and YouTubers, I eat live. All right. Answer that text back. Quirgo, lay down. That's my dog. It's in the background being silly. My dog's in the background being silly. Um, I don't know how to send the link to the live event. I'm sorry. I don't know how to send the link to the live event. It's just a ROTG stream. on YouTube. Wait a second, you were just on the Discord. Anyway, I tell you, my Discord people are texting me. You're on the Discord. You can do audio on Discord too. If you do audio on Discord, then we'll hear you on the stream. If you do audio on the Discord, then the stream's going to hear you. Yeah. Anyway, so obviously it's been a minute. We're waiting for this champion to go through all these 10 levels to get these guys up to from 1 to level 20. And then we're going to turn those guys into level 3 30s. So, as you can see, this is where the most time consuming thing is about Raid Shadow Legends. So, after this, I'm going to show you some more what else there is to do with Raid Shadow Legends. All right. One more to go. One more to go. Notice that you are receiving what? When you play this, you receive three things. One, you get experience for the food champions. Two, you get silver that you use throughout the entire game. And three, you actually get a little bit of artifacts, which is the armor that these champions put on. So, now you see that they're all max level. Everything's max level. We're going to go back to the Bastion. And we're going to go to the tavern. The tavern is where we're able to level up these champions, upgrade the rank, and I'm going to go over to the twos, and I'm going to feed these twos, and now they're going to become threes, and I'm going to do that for these guys, these champion. Yes, I want to sacrifice it. All right. And then one more. No, not this one, and this one. And now you see how we have the threes. And look, before we had that four, which is here, one, a two, a three. And now that 3-star champion, once we feed the food, is going to become the 4-star champion. What's up? What's up? What's up? Okay. Don't forget, we are live streaming on YouTube, just to keep you remembered. Okay. All right. That was Ian from ROTG Gaming. Check us out tonight from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. where we stream Raid Shadow Legends here on YouTube. And come to ROTG Gaming where you see all our past streaming experiences. All right. So, we talked about the farmer, and the farmer needs to be able to beat that level fast enough for you to advance to get the food to where they can level up. So why do we do that? Well, the reason is that we have all these champions. Let me show you. Look at all of these champions. We could take all these champions and make them the strongest possible champion that they can become. But what do we do with them? What do we do with them after they become the 6-star uh, monsters that they are? Look at that. HP 35,000, 162 speed, 159 accuracy. Well, the whole purpose of gearing up your champions is to look at these different game modes. Some of these game modes require very strong champions in order for you to get these rewards. Take, for example, the dungeons. When we go into the dungeons, you have a variety of different dungeons that you can play in. Not every dungeon is going to be able to have the same champions to defeat it. You're going to need a variety of champions in order to defeat these dungeons. Let me give you an example. First, we're going to go into the Dragon's Lair. Now, the Dragon's Lair is one of those where it's like brute force. All you have to do is damage, and you should be able to beat it. So I'm going to go into stage 16. And as you notice right here, it tells you how many turns it takes, how long it takes you to do it, and the possible rewards and the energy it takes. So let's do this. I'm going to double check to make sure I have these champions. I do have him geared. His speed is, yeah. I know I'm streaming. I've got the Discord going. I've got the text going. There's so much going on. This is live, people. This is live. We're doing it live. Yeah, I know. I know. Okay. Enoch. You see what Enoch said in the text? Huh. Are you ta- Now he's text on the cell phone. You're talking voice on Discord. So yeah, it's going to be hard for you to do both at the same time. Okay. So right now I'm in stage 16 of the dragon, and we're going to look at this team combination of Deacon, Apothecary, Alice, Bellower, and Kale. Kale is the starting champion that I highly recommend everybody uses for their starter champion. When you very first start this game, you get a choice between four champions. And the reason I say Kale is better is because you can use Kale for your farmer up to about the mid game, which is very important because it's going to save you energy and silver. And he's very easy to gear since he only takes 85% to get to that threshold to where he's very good versus the other champions that need to have 100%. So let's check him out here in stage 16 of the Dragon. Let's fight. Keep in mind, this team is put together because they work well together. I have someone to speed up the team, I have somebody to heal the team, and I have somebody that basically takes the defense down, and I have the other ones that are able to do the actual damage. So the way the team is together, it works for this particular event. This dungeon is a dragon. What's up, man? Emotional damage. Yeah, there's quite a few that I have cried over. All right, bye. Damn. Oh, Enoch just cut me. Wow. Cut me deep, sir. All right. So look at that. We just had the best time. We just did the best time and in the fewest amount of turns, which is really good. So that's great. uh, all right. Gotta love the Discord, the text, and the live all at the same time. This is what I'm talking about. This is some fun stuff here. All right. So, and that's why we want to get these champions up to that level 60 to where you see I need Apothecary. I'm still leveling him up because I mean this game takes I mean it's not a game that you win. It's not a game that after a week or two you're done with it. This is a game that you can play for years. I mean, you could literally play this game for years and not spend a dime, and it's awesome. And they always continue to upgrade and to make uh, improvements. So it's really one of those mobile devices, mobile games that moved over to PC that, I mean, you can switch back and forth from your mobile device to the PC and have tons of fun. So let's look at what it is that you're getting here. You're getting silver. You're getting some artifacts, like, for example, this artifact for me, I'm going to sell for silver because it doesn't help my account. But somebody starting off, it might help. And then this is scrolls. Now that is a special thing that Clarium, who owns Raid Shadow Legends, they have these events where you can do all these other um, extra things. And everything that I did is adding up to give me points to where I can flip one of these cards. And once I flip those cards, I can win rewards. So they do a lot. This game does a lot to keep you interested, to keep you vested your time. So it is a fun game. And again, like I said, I am 100% free to play. I am not sponsored. I received zero monies for this content. I just play this game because I love it. You know, there are content creators who get paid to put out content to promote this game. Let me collect this guy. Let me collect this. Can I collect that? All right. So, Raid Shadow Legends has just done some improvements where they have this free gear removal. This has got to be the best thing Raid Shadow Legends have ever done. It reduces the cost of removing gear to zero for 1 hour, which is amazing. Hats off to Plarium. That is the very best thing they've ever done. Um, Honestly, it is the very best thing they have ever done as far as quality of life with this game. So I commend them on that. Okay. I tell you, every single time we start to stream live, we get our phone blows up and all kinds of text messages. But anyway, we struggle on and let's just play. Let's see here. Let me check something real quick. I've probably got a good 10 to 15 more minutes before I end the stream. So let me see. Where are we at? What am I doing? I was explaining a little bit about the game itself, but what was I doing on the game? Let me see. My champions. Anytime you see this little red dot, it means that there's something that you can do. There's some kind of activity or something that needs to be addressed. Hmm. Her defense needs to go up. And you know what? I tell you what I'm going to do. I am going to use the free gear removal. I'm going to collect it. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my champion and I am going to take the gear off. And it's going to cost me nothing. All right. Let's go ahead and silence those alarms on the text messages. So we're just focused on the Discord and the stream as I continue to remove this gear. So, how do we gear a champion? How do we gear a champion? That's the question. Well, first we have to look and see that she is an attack champion. And we have to see what kind of skills she has. Attacks one enemy 3 times. So we need accuracy. Each crit hit does 80% chance of stealing. Okay. Actually, we're at 85% chance. We need. You know what? let me go into the tavern and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to upgrade her skills. And now she does an 80, 85, 90. If I get lucky, harassment volley. Yes. Look at this. Now, if we look at her skills, she gets 85, 90, 100% chance of stealing 5% of the target's turn meter. Now, what that means is that the target, which is going to be an enemy boss or enemy minion, is going to be 5% slower, which means we get to attack more times because they're slower to react. So now we really need her to have good accuracy and we need her to do some damage and some good defense. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at these mastery tree real quick. Increases damage. All right, we're going to increase her critical damage. All right. Let's go back to her gear. I want her fast, I want her tanky, and I want her accurate. So I'm going to filter my gear. And this is where you could spend hours, literally, you could spend hours just gearing up your champions with the best gear. It's so much fun. So I'm going to go with the priority of crit rate. That's speed. That's accuracy. And then that is my lifesteal. Let's try this on. You want to make sure that you have it set for fitting room, which means that you get to try the gear on for free. All right, so I want to try to build a lifesteal set. And I am going to filter and I'm going to turn on everything. And I'm going to go to my lifesteal. And now that I know that I have a crit rate one, uh, I'll use this crit rate. And now we're going to try to build 4 pieces of gear to give us a lot. Let's see, there's speed. And now I need 2 more pieces of gear. Let's see, is there a defense? No defense. So let's just go with attack. There's accuracy. Speed, attack. All right. Crit rate, attack. Let's try that. We're looking at 85%. All right, now let's go to the helmet. We want some speed and accuracy and attack. That's great. There's crit rate and attack and speed. Let's try that on. Now we have 4 pieces of gear. See the brackets here say 4, which means that we have to have 4 pieces of this lifesteal gear in order to receive the heal. Whenever we do damage, we receive a heal. Think of it as a vampire set. Like when you hit somebody on what is that? Diablo. When you hit somebody on Diablo and you got that life drinker, life steal stuff, and you gain life back, it's the same thing. So we have 4 pieces of gear. We have a crit rate of 90, a speed of 161, but our defense is really, really low and our accuracy is really low. So let's try to get defense and accuracy. So I'm going to look for defense percent gear. That's defense. I'm going to look for something. Accuracy with defense, crit rate with defense. Let's try the crit rate on. And now that's the two-piece set. Let's go with a shield from the crit rate. We don't need crit rate. What we need is going to be crit damage and accuracy. So let's go here and try that on. So now our defense is 1265. We have a speed of 176, but our accuracy is really, really low. Huh. Is there any way to get better accuracy? Well, let's remove the crit rate gear. And let's try to find accuracy with defense. And now our accuracy is up. We have about the same, but our crit rate is not. We don't have enough crit rate. It's very tricky. Very tricky. What's more important? Is it going to be accuracy, crit rate, or defense? Let's see if we got any more gear options to try to make it 100% crit rate. We could get more crit rate here. And we can get defense there. So 100%. I'm going to equip this. And I'm going to take upgrade my chest plate. And we're going to upgrade it to level 12. Alright. And now we see that our total defense is going to be around 1300. 100% crit rate, 166 speed, and 64 accuracy. So now we have made this champion even better. Now that champion we use in the Fire Knight dungeon. So let's go to the dungeon. Now let's find the Fire Knight. There we go. And you can see that the artifacts that the Fire Knight Castle drops are Fury, Curing, Immunity, Shield, Critical Damage. Critical Damage is very good. Regeneration is very good. Stun is excellent. And Savage is excellent. So if we could get some stun gear and some savage gear, that would be amazing. So, let's see. Let's go to level 12. And we're going to use this champion here, who is faster. Faster. Alright. So the way I set it up is I put the fastest champions in order, but her aura means that we've increased our ally accuracy by 40%, which makes us able to hit these creatures, the minions, the bosses better. So we're going to go with the damage dealer, the shield breakers, the healers, and the debuffers. And let's just see what happens. Remember, you want to be able to do it fast. It took us 7 seconds to go through that first wave. It took us 5 seconds to go through that wave. Now here's the big boss. Here is the big boss. Now the big boss has this giant tower shield. And if you notice this number, we have to get rid of 10 shield effects before we can do any damage. So, these champions do their best to bring that number down. And once it's down, then we can actually do damage to the boss. That's why it takes a little bit longer than you would think. I mean, we ran through the first 2 waves in what, 20 seconds? And this has taken another minute. The best time was 44 seconds with 27 turns. because we have a random generator, it's called RNG. You don't know what's going to happen, but we've got a Fury set, which I'm going to sell, silver, and these fake scrolls, which were the event thing that I showed you earlier. So I'm going to try this, and let's do this 5 times. Let's go and change this. Um, I want to make it. Let's try 5 times. I would love to get a stun set or a savage set. Now I know that these champions can do it, and it takes about a minute. So we're looking at 5 to 7 minutes to do this run. So if you want to go get yourself something to drink, if you want a snack, go ahead because we're just going to let this play out. I wonder if I could beat my personal best with one of these runs. It's that shield that makes it hard. All right. Stun set, but it's only a 4-star. Boo. Boo, 4-star stun. We want a 5-star. If it ain't 5-star, we take it back. 5-star or we take it back. I mean, look at that. 12 seconds and we're at the boss. Good thing I got these chips to snack on. What is the personal best anyway? Let me look and see. We're getting close, unless it was 44 seconds. Yeah, 44 seconds. The chips I'm eating are pretty hot. Starting to make me my nose run. Some hot chips. Let me know if you got any ideas for some more snack ideas. These are pretty good. These chips are pretty good. Let's go. Beat 44 seconds. Nope. Man. Who did I have that beat 44 seconds? That's crazy. That was a good team. I mean, I'm doing a minute. I got a minute. That was a good run. I'm 6 seconds on that first one. 12 seconds on the second one. Hmm. Maybe it's my Deacon Armstrong that I take out. Put in Kale, maybe. I do want to have a faster team. All right, one more, one more. One more. All right, come on. Beat the record. You can do it. Get his shield down. Get his shield down. Come on. The shield is down, but... Oh, we got the decrease on that turn meter. Come on, do it, do it. It's so close. Oh, it's so close. 42 seconds. 44. Oh, look at that. Look at that. 44 seconds right there on the dot. Man, that was close. Good job. Good job. So as you can see, you get experience. We've got rewards. Oh my goodness. And silver. That was awesome. And we tied our personal best. So, it doesn't get any better than that. All right. Yeah. All right. So, I think that's it for today's stream. We just played some Raid Shadow Legends. Um, if you would like to join my clan, which is Mount Olympus, I got plenty of slots. Believe it or not, I used to be 30 of 30, then I kicked people out. What? You kick people out? Yeah. Because with the clan, you need to do these clan quests. You want to get your clan up in rank, and you want to have your people, um, you want to have your people playing and helping the clan out, And when they don't, when they just like take the benefits and not being active participants, you gotta get rid of them. So that's what I did. I axed them. Anyway, so if you want to play Raid Shadow Legends, leave comments below. Come in to Mount Olympus. I've got it open for anybody to join. Just come on in. All right. As always, I want to say thank you for watching the stream. And check us out, ROTG Gaming tonight, Final Fantasy 11, 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. All right, everybody, have a good